Thank you everyone for joining. Today, we're kicking off the fifth in a series of Insightly product webinars with a focus on customization. Customization is an absolutely huge topic, and quite frankly, we could end up doing a series of webinars on customization alone because there are so many potential use cases. Today, we're going to start by featuring the advantages of using customization to drive adoption, productivity, and deliver immediate impact to your business. And we'll speak directly to a specific customer use case. I'm Melinda Prescher, Insightly's Senior Product Marketing Manager. I've got Charlena Tanner with me today to tell us more about how she has been able to leverage customization at Sigma Equipment to drive efficiency, cross-functional collaboration, and better insights into the sales process, which feeds into really productive marketing and sales collaboration. So let's walk through the agenda for today. We'll start with the challenges that we hear most from customers that signal a need for CRM customization. Then I'll spend some time talking about why companies should put a focus on customization, talk about customization in Insightly, and share best practices. My conversation with Charlena is not just an interview today. She's going to talk about Sigma Equipment's current use case for customization and also do a really great demo to show you exactly what she's talking about. What I like about her use case is that her team has iterated on customization as they've realized just how much value it's brought to the organization. They started relatively small, and as they gained learnings, they created a roadmap for productivity improvements, all in a relatively short time frame. So let's start drilling down into the typical challenges that drive the business need for customization. The first is CRM adoption. As a previous interviewee talked about, actually in our workflow automation webinar, her mantra is, if it's not in the CRM, it didn't happen. Your CRM is your system of record. It's the information that you have at your disposal to deliver great experiences to your customers and drive outcomes for your business. If your teams aren't getting the information from your CRM that really helps them be productive, they probably will resist using it. With some CRMs, customization is so difficult or time-consuming that customers get frustrated with the amount of time it takes for them to realize the benefits of their investment. Insightly's customization functionality is really intuitive. You don't need expensive third parties or usually even developers to handle customization. Your sysadmin can typically handle the majority of what you need so that you can quickly start realizing value from Insightly. And that's what you'll see in the conversation with Charlena. She's been able to do some of the customizations that her teams have needed literally right in meetings where they're doing strategic business planning. So the changes are made in real time. Getting back to that concept of if it's not in the CRM, it didn't happen. As you'll see with Charlena's example, Sigma has several lines of business and therefore needs customized pipelines that reflect the sales process for each line of business. It's just so incredibly easy with Insightly to build the framework to support your business and get the insights that you need to continuously improve your productivity and your process. And finally, there are real business benefits to delivering on the promise of great customer experiences. In marketing, we talk all the time about the need for timely, relevant communication and the importance of tailoring the right message to the right person at the right time. Customization is so powerful because it's the best way for you to capture the information that allows you to deliver great experiences and make your marketing and sales activities even more powerful. So I want to go deeper into that notion of great customer experiences because it's so essential to the way that all of us want to engage with companies, both as consumers and in our roles as sales and marketing professionals. In my conversations with Charlena, she's made it really clear that delivering great experiences is a core component of the way that Sigma interacts with their prospects, leads, and customers. And there are really good reasons for companies to put a focus on delivering great experiences. So I gathered these stats from an article in Forbes. There are real measurable business benefits to putting a focus on customer experience because it has a direct impact on revenue, retention, and even employee engagement. You're empowered to deliver great experiences through the data that your customers and prospects choose to share with you. And customization is a path to demonstrating that you deserve the trust of customers and prospects by capturing the right data that allows you to create meaningful interactions. Insightly's product led culture is grounded not only in developing rich feature sets, but also in the mindset that usability and adoption are absolutely mission critical. Empowering businesses to customize their instances right out of the box drives higher productivity, faster time to value, and greater adoption because teams are able to tailor Insightly to the exact needs of their business and more effectively leverage their data to refine their sales and marketing activities and deliver differentiated experiences. There are almost no limits to the use cases that there are for customization. I've already mentioned customizing pipelines. You can also customize objects. For example, if your team doesn't use the word organizations, that can be changed to accounts. Whatever nomenclature you're using today, you can replicate in Insightly. You can also create custom objects if your data doesn't fit neatly in our standard objects. And then you're able to build custom reports and dashboards off those custom objects. So everyone is tracking to the correct naming conventions as you review account performance. You may also want to add fields like billing ID numbers, contract renewal dates, project types, and referral information, and then create page layouts so that critical information is above the fold, so to speak, or only available to certain roles within your organization, so that teams can drive more productivity by streamlining the information that they need to perform their roles. The possibilities are really almost endless. And I encourage you, if you have something in particular that you'd like to customize, but you're not quite sure how to do it, reach out to us and let us work with you on the best solution for your business. I wanted to share some tips and best practices with you as you start in your customization journey. As you'll hear from Charlena, her team has a process for thinking through and prioritizing customizations so that Sigma can continuously improve the data that they're capturing in Insightly. They've been using Insightly since July of 2020, and already they've started implementing customizations and iterating as they learn the benefit. They look at their plan through the lens of the key KPIs that they want to understand and where they want to make impact in their business, and they develop the customizations accordingly. Charlena brings in key stakeholders to help drive a team-based approach to prioritization, but she and her boss are the only two people who have privileges to make changes. You'll want to control the number of people who have access to the ability to make changes, capture lots of feedback across the org, but have a gatekeeper for changes and document those changes as you go. It can be very easy to forget where you've been, be very process oriented, keep a log of what you've done so that you can keep track of the impact of your changes. And choose logical, strong naming conventions for the customizations that you create. They should be terms that you use for your business and terms that everybody understands. Consider creating a data dictionary to make sure everyone is speaking the same language. So with that, let's kick off the interview and the demo with Charlena. So Charlena, please tell us more about you and Sigma.
Hi, thanks, Melinda. So my name is Charlena Tanner. I am a Florida native who moved to the Midwest, where I live with my husband, two kids, and now five rescue animals. We've got two dogs and three cats. I have been in the tech field for about 7 years now, and I've done some form of customer service or support for about 15 years total. I am the business systems administrator at Sigma Equipment, and in that role, I manage the daily operations, maintenance, and configuration of our third party software solutions, which does include Insightly. I typically work directly with our internal stakeholders to really understand their current processes and business needs. And then I take that information and find ways to configure our software and improve our processes to meet those needs efficiently. For some background on Sigma Equipment, we are a mid market manufacturing company headquartered here in Evansville, Indiana, and founded in 2003. We provide new and used packaging, processing, and material handling equipment to the manufacturing industry. We buy, sell, and rent that equipment to help provide our customers with fast and affordable solutions for their production needs. We have our main equipment division, as well as divisions for appraisals, auctions, engineering services, freight services, idle asset recovery, and surplus parts. So we really do provide a full service solution for our clients. We attribute our success as a business to our focus on building lasting relationships with our customers and really giving them the best possible experience from start to finish. Insightly has given us even more tools to make that happen.
How did you get started with Insightly?
In late 2019, I was assigned to a team with a few others that were tasked with choosing a CRM and workflow management solution to replace our existing software. And Insightly was one of the first options we explored. We were really impressed with the flexibility and configurability of the system out of the box, as well as the ability to develop custom solutions and integrations to meet our specific needs and requirements. We took about 2 months to set up and configure our implementation and then went live in July of 2020.
So let's dive right into this. Give us some examples of the ways that you're using customization rather, to drive great customer experiences.
Yeah, so our sales closed reasons custom field is a great example of how we've been able to start fairly simply with our customizations and then evolve them over time into something more granular and even more meaningful for our business strategy. So we wanted to use Insightly to capture patterns in our sales opportunities that did not end in a sale so that we could analyze the factors causing this outcome and work to mitigate the ones that were within our control. We began with the default opportunity state reason field. So we used Insightly's built-in field, but we added our own customization there. We added some high-level reasons for why our sales opportunities might be considered lost, abandoned, or suspended. So reasons like pricing issues or customers stopped responding. After implementation, we realized pretty quickly that we were gaining actionable insights that could drive even better customer experiences by re engaging with those client groups based on the reasons why we lost the sales opportunity.
That sounds great. What did you do next with the insights that you were getting from this first step?
So, with that goal of re engagement in mind, the second phase for us was our marketing team developing some targeted email journeys for our customers based on those closed reasons. But we needed a way to categorize the contacts related to those closed opportunities so that they could be placed into the corresponding journey. To accomplish that, we added an open sales opportunity custom checkbox field to our contact records, and then some custom development from the professional services team to check and uncheck the box based on some logic behind the scenes. We had a few reasons for doing that. First, we wanted to avoid marketing to anyone who had an open sales opportunity, since that would mean they were regularly interacting with our sales reps. And second, we used the checkbox as a condition at the beginning of every journey workflow. So it served as the gateway for when they were eligible to receive that targeted email series related to their close reason. If their sales opportunity was changed to a closed state, the closed reason was captured as a tag on the marketing side, and they were added to the dynamic list feeding the corresponding journey. We also built in checks based on that open sales op checkbox at each step of the journey to see if their sales opportunity had been reopened so that we didn't continue to send those emails if they had reconnected with us.
That's really a great idea. It delivers on the promise of great customer experiences because it shows customers and prospects that you know and understand where they're at with you, and it helps make your processes much more tailored. Based on our previous conversation, I know that you refined this even further. So Let's have you show the audience exactly what you did to take this to the next level.
Yes. So, with both of those processes in place, we did decide to refine it even further and expand the impact of the data that we were gathering. So, we met with our stakeholders and decided on a list of closed reasons that were actionable items from a business strategy perspective, whether that was process improvements, refining our targeted marketing campaigns, or even expanding our support teams by adding employee headcount. That list ended up being 25 distinct reasons, but we also designated at which point in the sales opportunity pipeline that each reason could occur. We didn't want a list of 25 reasons to scroll through each and every time our sales team members closed an opportunity. So we used a combination of custom fields, field dependencies, and workflow automation to achieve that desired outcome. And so I will now share my screen
All right, sounds great.
and give you guys a demonstration. Okay, move this over. Can you guys all see Insightly?
I can see it.
Perfect. Okay, so what we are looking at right now is our sales pipeline. It has 7 stages before being closed, which is one of the very first customizations we utilized within Insightly was creating these custom pipelines. We've created custom pipelines for several different departments and workflows for both opportunities and projects. It's been a great tool for managing the customer experience as well as workflow management and also visibility to other departments so everyone can get insight into where an op or project is in its life cycle. So we knew that our goal was to narrow that list of 25 closed reasons down, and we knew that we wanted to use field dependencies to do that. And in order to use field dependencies, the fields must be similar in type. So we were able to create a fairly basic custom drop-down field called the Sales Pipeline Stage Indicator, which is right here. It's just a drop-down field with the numbers 1 through 7, and they correspond to our custom sales pipeline stages. This field is actually hidden on all of our opportunities, which is why I'm showing you the field details instead of the field on an op. But it's updated behind the scenes by a custom workflow automation, and that is right here. So the automation runs for sales category opportunities each time an edit is made. It looks at what stage of the sales pipeline the opportunity is in, and then if you click into it, it's showing that it is updating the record. It is changing that stage indicator field to the corresponding number. So, field dependencies here. Once we had those pieces in place, we were able to build out the field dependencies for this new field that we created called sales closed reasons. The setup of these dependencies is actually really simple and it's easy to manage with the UI. The pipeline stage indicator here is the parent field, and you just multi-select all of the appropriate closed reasons for each stage. So as I mentioned before, we split out the closed reasons based upon which sales pipeline stage they could be assigned to. So for example, stage 1 reasons are usually pretty high level, such as bad contact information or just not a valid opportunity for us. And the farther along in the pipeline that you get, the more granular the reasons get, such as cost of freight was too high. So with all of those components combined together, we can actually see the process in action on my example sales opportunities. So on this opportunity, you can see that it is in stage 1 of the sales pipeline. And then when you click into edit the op, we can see the symbol next to the sales close reasons field that indicates it's associated with field dependencies. If you mouse over, it actually tells you which field it is dependent on. And if you click into the dropdown, you see we have 4 options that were assigned to that stage 1 indicator. So close out of this one and head over to this one. This sales opportunity is in stage 4. If you go the same route here, you see it's got the same layout, the same field, but now when you when you click into the closed reasons dropdown, you've got way more options, totally different options than you did with the stage 1. Oops. So, one last thing to touch on. One of the best parts about capturing data in Insightly is how easy it is to put together a dashboard like this one or a report so we can really visualize the data and present it easily and confidently to our key stakeholders and business leadership team. We're able to easily build and see broad overviews or drill down to individual teams or even each sales rep to gather a variety of data points that help tell our whole story. So I will stop sharing here.
Okay, that is really, really great. I'm really impressed by the way that all of you implemented this just so methodically, um, and how you really kind of in a step-by-step way worked through these improvements as you gathered learnings. I'm assuming that you're planning to do more as well. I mean, you've kicked this off so quickly. I'm guessing you've got more that you want to take on.
Yes, for sure. So with this existing process, the marketing team is already using the data on the closed reasons that we're gathering to prioritize which targeted campaigns to create next. So we started with very broad campaigns, such as pricing issues in our previous phases, but now that we've implemented the new customization process, we're able to split out specifically which pricing we're talking about. So for example, if the closed reason selected is due to freight pricing rather than the price of the actual product, our targeted campaign will highlight the freight partnerships that Sigma has and the full service freight solutions we offer, as opposed to a more general pricing discussion. But overall, this iterative process has given us some great ideas for other areas of the business that we can progressively improve as well, and it's laid the groundwork for us to make meaningful strategic changes that ultimately enhance our customer experience as well as improve our own internal processes and help us meet our KPIs.
Fantastic. What do you think is the best thing Insightly is doing to help you succeed?
Being flexible and customizable has really been invaluable for us as an organization. We came from a homegrown software environment where we could customize almost anything with our internal development team, but the size and the scope of the various systems became unmanageable, and our needed changes were often scoped out months away. So, with the implementation of Insightly, many of our needed changes are able to be completed in minutes and not months. I have a solid technical background, but I don't have formal coding training. But as our Insightly admin, I'm able to handle almost any customization work that our team requires, and we don't need to hire a developer to do this work. We can rely on my business strategy insights and technical abilities to get the job done. Insightly provides a great deal of resources to help users understand what's possible with the platform, and we've definitely utilized the customer success team and help center documentation as we've customized and configured our use cases within the software. When we do need development work done, the professional services team has been a great resource for us. Sean, Dan, and Zeke in particular have been wonderful to work with, and it really feels like a partnership between us as we work towards our success.
That's really great to hear. I think we're just about ready to close this out. Do you have any last words of support or recommendations for the audience?
Yeah, my best advice is to remember that if you are clear about your needs and expectations, it is most likely possible within Insightly. Think about your desired end result and work backwards from there. And be sure to document your changes and try to be consistent with any customizations you create when it comes to naming or even something like placement on your layouts. Keep in mind that it's often possible to expand the use of your customizations or apply the same concept to other areas once you've successfully implemented a new custom process. Um, We have gained so much visibility across teams and multi-department processes with Insightly. It's been such a positive change for us internally, and we know it's also improving our customers' experiences as well. The ability to see each other's workflow and collaborate on opportunities and projects together has really enhanced our daily operations and open the channels of communication between our teams. It's given us great insights on how to improve our long term strategies as well. And one really great bonus, in my opinion, is user adoption is so much easier to accomplish when you're able to involve the stakeholders, often in real time, in the customization process. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a meeting discussing a layout or a process within Insightly, and someone makes a comment about a small change they'd like to see, and I'm able to demo it right there in the meeting for them. They're really thrilled when they see their ideas come to life, and it's made a lot of the aspects of my job easier and more rewarding. We've just gotten really great benefits from the use of customizations as a result of stakeholder feedback.
That is really great to hear. Charlena, I want to thank you so much for sharing your expertise with the audience today. This was really, really great. The demo was fantastic and really helped bring all of this to life. So thank you again. This brings us to the end of the conversation today. We really appreciate having everyone join us. And as always, our team would love to learn more about how we can help you reach your objectives and create impact. So don't hesitate to reach out and get in touch with us to kick off the conversation. Thank you.